What up, people? I'm doing a video with this legend right here, Mr. Brendan Rodrigues.
Hello.
And I will put a little swipe up link when it's available.
Hey everyone, welcome to another interview. Today I have a very special guest. This is James Samuel.
Nice to see you, Brendan.
You too, you too. Now we've known each other for quite some time, and then you just made it very big on BGT.
I don't like to say big, but
okay.
I had a good experience.
A lot of people have spoken to you about, even my friend Poppy watches a lot of my videos, and she was so excited to come here, especially to see you.
Yeah.
And she couldn't make it because of the weather and that sort of thing, and she doesn't live in London. But let's get straight into this interview about how did you get into magic?
Typical story. My dad used to pull coins out of my ear. And,
okay.
That's where
Typical.
where my pocket money would come from.
Okay.
And I used to watch Dick and Dom in the bungalow. Dominic Wood.
Okay. Oh yes, Dominic Wood. Yes. Yeah.
He won a few circle awards. I
know Dominic. Yeah.
And it all just kind of spinning off and stuff.
Nice. So your dad, was he a magician or just a hobbyist?
No,
that's all he did was pull a coin out of your ear.
Shipping and property, and one day just pulled a couple of quid out of my ear, and I was like, this is cool. This is cool.
Okay. So you started watching Dick and Dome, and that's how you got into magic.
Yeah, they had a magic set.
Okay. Oh, you bought a magic set. Okay.
They advertised on their Dick and Dom in the Bungalow, which was their TV show back in the day.
And how old were you at this?
About 4 years old.
4 years old. Wow.
Yeah, on my first day of school, I wrote down on a piece of paper that I wanted to be a professional magician.
That is so cool, and I'm pretty sure you've lived that dream. And a lot
the last
of kids
few months have been crazy.
I can imagine. So we had a conversation on the phone, and I said, "Oh, and in fact, you're the one who got me to this event." So right now, if you're watching this interview, you might have already seen a vlog posted before this, which was the roadshow, the Magic Roadshow, and this is. And James messaged me about this. Are you going to the roadshow? And I said, I didn't even know what this was. So thanks to you, you've seen the vlog before this interview, and that's what it's all about. So let's talk about your BGT experience.
Yeah. So I went to a training day with Russ Stevens. He was holding a day on how to make your magic more impactful and stuff.
Oh,
and he had a number of success stories. So he was showing videos of Izzy Simpson, Jamie Raven, and other people that I look up to because they've done so well off the show. And I was just cheeky. I was like, Russ, I want to do Britain's Got Talent. Can we figure something out? And then a few months down the line, however long it was, 4MG was formed with Pete and Ardy.
Yeah.
And then we just started jamming. We just thought it would be a unique way to brand ourselves as a kind of boy band.
Yeah.
Because I personally believe anyone could potentially be successful on Britain's Got Talent. It all depends on the way you brand yourself. So
branding, you're right. It's not about, I'm not saying that, because you're a very good magician, I'm not saying that about anything in terms of magic skill. You know, everyone's good in their own way, but the most important thing, I think, is branding.
Yeah, so for example, if I went on there and was trying to be serious in a top hat and a suit and I was pulling rabbits out of a hat, I'm probably going to get buzzed. Like, I think if potentially anyone went on there in a suit, they've got that image in their head already that that's not a good thing, and they'll be kicked off. So.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, the image is so because you all look so cool on there. The four of you, you know, you look like rock stars, and they describe you like the One Direction of magic, which is perfect. Did you all take it further from there? I mean, obviously you're performing around the world now.
Yeah, well, we kind of. After the show, there's certain things you can and can't do because you're tied in with Britain's Got Talent.
Right.
But personally, I knew it wouldn't, like, a lot of people have a misconception. You're going to go on Britain's Got Talent and you're going to become a megastar all over the world. That's not the case. And I've actually worked harder than I've ever worked before since coming off the show because I'm constantly, you know, making phone calls. I'm trying to close inquiries and making sure everything comes in. And it's essentially just made me work a lot harder, and I'm really grateful for everything that it's brought my way, and we're currently planning a number of 4MG live shows.
Nice. So it's not that the phone call's just going to ring off the hook.
No.
You're the one still pushing. You're still going up and then.
So I still handle inquiries myself. I don't believe anyone can sell you like yourself. Yeah, there are good managers and agents out there, and I've had a number of meetings off the back of Britain's Got Talent. But with the 4MG stuff, I don't deal with that kind of thing, but for my own personal stuff, I deal with it mostly myself. I want to make sure I can do the best job I can.
Yeah, so while you're doing the 4MG stuff, you're also doing James Samuel magic.
Yeah,
and that's what you're pushing. Yeah. Okay, so that's a perfect answer. What do you want to do now in the future?
So a lot of people know that Britain's Got Talent is, Dynamo actually put a post out the other day that the longevity isn't great. but for me, it makes me feel like it's a little bit easier to A, get the inquiries in, more people are going to know about you. Over 10 million people watch that show.
True.
And as well, it just kind of elevates you a little bit in your local area. Like, I don't live in the city, for example, the competition here is high. Like, well, there's no competition in like the business of being yourself, but
But in London, there's a lot of magicians.
For me, I'm local, so it's tight knit.
Yeah.
Small amount of magicians, and you know, I think they want a Britain's Got Talent act at their event rather than someone who...
No, I totally agree with you. It's this. I think it's more of a platform to use to market yourself, get better. It's all about, again, once you do the show, if you're thinking about doing the show at home, I think it's more about using that as a platform to boost your career, because
you're getting that.
It's
priceless showreel footage.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I did with the ITV show. People don't recognize me now from the ITV show, even, and that's a while ago. I did that in 2017, which is about 2 years ago. But the shelf life, as you know, it's always the next big thing, and people are always looking for the next act, the next big act. But if you're smart enough and you can use that, I think Jamie Raven's done really well now.
So, for example, people forgot about Britain's Got Talent now. That's not the point. It's in my. I went to Jeff McBride's Magic and Mystery class. Did a 3-day event with him, and something I learned about is an intro card. So before I do any event, I want to hype that audience up. So it's like James Samuel has been on Britain's Got Talent. He was on Lorraine. Blah, blah. To me, I know this stuff isn't massively important. It's quite irrelevant. But it gets the crowd going, and they think, oh, this guy's done a few bits and bobs, so it just sounds kind of cool.
It just makes you look so cool, and you can't. I think that's so important, and Jeff's right about that. Jeff's a wonderful performer. If I ever get a chance to interview Jeff on this channel, I will. It's very hard to see him. I mean, I'll have to go to America, or he'd have to come down to Blackpool. And when he came down to Blackpool a few years ago, I wasn't doing these interviews like this, so I missed a lot of good opportunity to speak.
And a lot of all his stuff is a lot of time in the magic industry. The problem is with some dealers is that they are armchair performers, so they're sat in their office or on their, and they're not out there in the real world doing this stuff, which is why, you know, there are some great dealers out there. For example, we're at the roadshow now. I've just seen some coin tricks from Dave Loosely, Mark Mason. You know they're doing this stuff. You can see them.
Yeah,
it's just brilliant.
Now these are definitely workers who know exactly how to do it, how to perform to magicians and lay people too. So that's important. But perfect. Sounds good. I will end the interview here. Do you have any last bits of information you want to give people who are watching this and thinking about doing BGT?
I'm good. I'm really about being positive and helping other people, especially younger magicians in the community, because they often get brushed to the side or ignored because they're fresh. But if you ever want to contact me on Instagram, the link will be below. Just shoot me a DM. I'm always happy to help anyone who might want to do Britain's Got Talent or ask some questions about magic. So
that's perfect. So he's such a lovely guy too. He's not only famous, but he's lovely too. Thank you once again, James, for this. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like and comment if you did.
Make sure you
and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.